is so cute. Oh, 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 she is so cute. Oh, it's cute.
Our social worker, got on the plane and what they do. Brenda talked to her, my
Yeah.
and said that what they do is they go on the plane and then they get whoever they're supposed to get and they whisk them out of there and they, she told Brenda, yeah, you can take a picture, but I won't stop for you. So they carry them as fast as they can from the plane to our room.
Oh, yeah.
They don't want other people stopping them.
Sure, I see.
They want us to have them first.
Sure.
So that's the way that works.
How did you know you got the right one?
She had a wristband on.
Huh? Well, she had a wristband.
Yeah, I'll show you it.
Just like in the hospital.
You can be totally unqualified and be a natural parent. To adopt, you have to go through all these classes, and you have to pay money.
Really?
Oh yeah, we had to pay money.
Well, they warned us that when our baby comes, we don't know if the baby's going to get sick. And the reason we wanted to adopt a Korean was because we were good friends with one of your dad's coworkers, Jensen's, and they adopted a Korean daughter. And we asked them questions, and I knew that if we adopted a Korean baby, we were told they're healthy, and I wanted a healthy baby.
Is this the right baby?
Well, her name was on.
No, but I mean, is she the right baby to us?
Oh, sure.
She doesn't look like
We would have gotten you even sooner, but the Olympics are going on in Seoul. And if I'm correct, they wouldn't let anyone out of the country, especially for adoption.
They kind of stopped all the adoption stuff going for a while because they thought it was a national embarrassment when a country exports their kids.
Say Dada then. There you go. Hi. Oh.
Dad. Who I got? And I'll be Jody. Jody.
I saw a show the other day, and they were talking about immigrants, from many years ago, and it was they said that if somebody was a Finn, you knew they were a Finn. If they were a German, you knew they were a German. I mean, they were very distinct, the people, these different groups, that came to the United States as immigrants. And we don't think of it that way now. We kind of think of, people from Western Europe, from Scandinavia and stuff as all being kind of the same. Well, they really weren't. They kind of became the same, I guess, but maybe it was more in our minds than anything else. My first cousin, Susan, is from, is Danish. Her mother was 100% Danish, and her dad was
You're not
a
talking
mixture.
very loud. I can hardly hear you.
Oh,
Yes.
well, you can't. You need to turn up your hearing aids. But anyway, so they went, this is probably about, I don't know, what was it, 6 or 7 or 8 years ago, something like that. They went and took a trip over to the island of Bornholm, where her Danish ancestors came from. And she said it was amazing because she saw all these people that looked just like her. And so even
Susan?
being a, supposedly Caucasian person, there's all these different features, and until you go to some place like that where, she had all that, I guess that, DNA background, she had never seen that before.
Well, when we went to Seoul, that went through my mind was like, I had never been around this many Korean people. Mm-hmm. And it was like, they all look different.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, wow, even all the Koreans look totally different.
I don't know. Since I was adopted from Korea, like I am an immigrant in the United States, but I've never felt like that. I've just felt like I'm American. But I think being a minority in America, I've always felt a little bit isolated growing up because there's that difference, of ethnicity. And I think that's maybe one of the big differences between Western, kind of European immigrants in America versus ethnic minorities that immigrate here. Because it's just the differences are physical. You see them. And even if you feel like you're the same as the people around you, they look at you and they think, you're another, you're different from us. Do you want to order?
Yeah. 여기요. 안녕하세요. 여기요. 네. Do you know what you want?
Yeah, 감자 수제비 한 개? 주세요.
저는 콩국수 주세요. 한 개. 감사합니다.
For me, it's like the adoption narrative was always, I was grateful to my parents, I was happy about it, and I'm glad that I grew up where I did and had, they provided for me everything I needed, but that's just not enough.
What comes first, the chicken or the egg, right? So if we're watching our parents' reactions and trying really hard to fit in, and we're having sort of all these things around abandonment or around and separation and not sort of wanting to rock the boat, then getting into conversations that are maybe conflictive or let's say delicate, to use a better word. I think that's just very hard to broach, especially when you're growing up. Now even as an adult, it's hard for me to talk about without things getting really sort of heated.
Yeah.
I think it's very strange to not know where one comes from, and have your life really start the day you got off a plane. I think that's just, and it's almost unfathomable to me that adoptive parents, but also adoptees, would not wonder what happened before them.
Growing up, I always thought that it would make my mom, I always thought that she didn't want me to do my birth family search. Mm-hmm. I think I've always felt like I shouldn't pursue it too much because I didn't want my mom to feel bad about my desire to do that.
When my mother speaks to me and we were starting to, as an adult, recently, talking about coming back to Korea and my birth family reunions and me trying to remember how it felt growing up, and it got really uncomfortable, those conversations. When my mother would say something to me like, I love you and you're my daughter and I don't see you as Asian. And I know that she means that, like from the heart and in my best interest. But I would always say to her, like, that in itself is problematic. Because if you don't see me as being Asian, which I clearly am, then that's problematic. Because the second I step out the door, like of our home, or the second I stepped out of the door of our home, I'm Asian to everyone that I come into contact with. I mean, ideally, yeah, like, that would be utopia, right? To be in a colorblind, race doesn't matter society, but it's not real. It's not what exists, you know, because unfortunately, everyone judges everyone else on the outer package.
It was hard growing up as a minority in a family where you're not minorities as well.
Yeah, and you know, really, I never really realized that. I never put myself in your place. Like, I didn't realize that, and I think you too. I just looked at you like, she's not a minority. I just thought, well, you know, she's just one of us. I never realized that. And you just seem, you know, happy, and that I just thought, well, there wouldn't be any issues.
This one supposedly doesn't have much hair. You know what? Here comes some baby. Oh, look at her.
Oh, cute. Cute. Oh.
Although she feels nice. So did you know she's sleeping? No, actually I came here. Is she yours? Is she yours? No, she's being like, I just went here last
Well, I said, well, is the plane off the ground? I mean, I wasn't telling you anything. No, it was
Yeah. Sure is.